So what's going on, guys? It's JM, it's speakboxing. Make sure you guys subscribe to this channel before you guys click onto any of these videos. Also comment below in the comment section if you guys have any opinions on what I'm saying in any of these videos. Like always, it is appreciated if you guys could drop me a quick sub or two on my channel. So Terence Crawford dismantles and stops Jeff Horn in the 10th round to become a freeweight world champion and to pick up the WBO welterweight title. And this fight played out how a lot of people expected it to play out. Terence Crawford was just too good for Jeff Horn. He just totally outclassed him, outboxed him. He was just too good technically, fundamentally. Jeff Horn, you know what I mean? He's a one-trick pony. He just comes in, lunges in, tries to make the fight scrappy. But Terence Crawford was just having none of it. He didn't do what a Manny Pacquiao did, you know what I mean? Because Manny Pacquiao, we've seen better days. And Manny Pacquiao nowadays seems to be a one-handed fighter. And he only seems to be hitting guys with the left hand, you know what I mean? From the right side, Manny Pacquiao's completely open, whereas Terence Crawford defensively is a very good fighter, and offensively he's a very good fighter as well. Like every time Jeff Horn was lunging in, you know what I mean, Terence Crawford wasn't scrapping with him, he was just hitting him with flush counters when Jeff Horn was just flying in, and he was just getting caught all night long. He was stunned numerous times in the fight. He was hurt a couple of times in my opinion, Jeff Horn. And Terence Crawford just dismantled him, you know what I mean? Jeff Horn did catch Terence Crawford with a decent shot in the first round, and Terence Crawford looked at him as if to say, yeah, that was a decent shot, cool, you got me there. But apart from that, Jeff Horn really didn't do anything in the fight. Terence Crawford just outclassed him, and Terence Crawford right now is just looking like a really, really good fighter. He's looking like one of the best fighters in the world right now, Terence Crawford. Like, this guy is just making no mistakes when he gets into the ring. Like, this guy is going rounds and he's just not making a mistake. Like, he's just totally outclassing his opponents in there. And the guys he's fighting are decent level guys, you know what I mean? Jeff Horn is a decent fighter. Yeah, he seems to be a one-trick pony, but you know what I mean? Jeff Horn is seen as a decent fighter, and Terence Crawford just made him look like an amateur in there. He just totally dismantled him. And it's going to be interesting to see how Terence Crawford gets on against the likes of Errol Spence and Keith Thurman. I think they're going to be tough fights for Terence Crawford. If I had to pick now, I'd pick Terence Crawford to beat Errol Spence, in my opinion. I think if Errol Spence is going to beat Terence Crawford, he's going to have to do it early, because if Terence Crawford gets you figured out, then it's pretty much over for you, because after 3 or 4 rounds, Terence Crawford seems to figure his opponents out, and then there's not much you can really do when he figures you out. He's just so good fundamentally. He switches from orthodox to southpaw so well. He was catching Jeff Horn with his uppercut all night. Left hook was catching Jeff Horn all night, and that's a very good punch. One thing I can say about Terence Crawford, I would have liked to see him hit Jeff Horn to the body a bit more. I think if he would have hit Jeff Horn to the body a little bit more, he could have got him out of there earlier. He was hitting him to the body, but not as much as his trainer was telling him to do. But I think he should have took the legs away a bit more, and I think he could have got the stoppage early, but he still managed to get the stoppage. The first man to defeat Jeff Horn, and Terence Crawford becomes a freeweight world champion. It's going to be interesting now. He's got a world title, and it's going to be interesting to see if he fights in unifications further down the line against the likes of Errol Spence and Keith Thurman, and the winner of Danny Garcia versus Sean Porter for the vacant WBC. So yeah, another punch perfect performance from Terence Crawford. He's just getting better and better in a lot of people's eyes, and it's going to be interesting to see how he gets on against the big boys at 147 pounds, because at the end of the day, Jeff Horn was a world champion, but he was seen as the weakest world champion at 147 pounds compared to the likes of Errol Spence and Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, Sean Porter. You know what I mean? These guys are top talents, and it's going to be interesting to see Terence Crawford take these guys on further down the line. So yeah, comment below in the comment section. It's JM, it's speakboxing.